As I head out to the office this morning, I can't help but notice all the beauty around me. Seasons are changing, and here it's just we're moving into summer now, and things are starting to get green and blossoms on the trees and flowers everywhere. And I think sometimes we need to just stop for a minute and just appreciate what we have. Just appreciate our life and the blessings that we so often take for granted. You know, if you look around at some of the people that you meet today, or that you're going to meet today, or just even now as I'm driving and I look around and I see people who are not as fortunate as I am to be driving. We take so much for granted in our lives, and I think if we could stop and just take a minute to just say thank you. Say thank you to what we have, to the people in our lives and the things in our lives. I remember some years ago I attended a funeral of a close friend of mine who was murdered. And I remember sitting in that little church and thinking to myself that this guy was he was about 27 when he was killed, and in the church there must have been, oh man, not even 20 people, a small handful of people who came to attend the funeral. And he was really a good guy. He was a pleasure to be around, and he was a good friend. But when I looked at how many people he'd impacted in his life, it got me thinking. And it worried me that so few people attended his funeral, and so few people were actually impacted by his life in such a way that they would even take time off work to attend the funeral. And then I started thinking about my own funeral, and I thought, I wonder if I had to pass away, how many people will attend my funeral? And I realized that it would probably be a similar number. And it was back then, probably about 15 years now, that I made a decision, and I said, going forward, I'm going to impact the lives of so many people. When I have a funeral, when I'm buried one day, I want them to bring busloads of people in. People whose lives I've changed, people whose lives I've impacted, and people who come and testify to the difference that I've made in their lives. And I think what I'm trying to say today is that maybe we need to just look around us a little bit. Look around us at what we have to be grateful for, and look at some of the people around us who don't have what we have, who aren't as fortunate as we are. And maybe we need to start blessing others, start giving and impacting others in a bigger and a greater way. My challenge for you today is to just stop for a minute and look around. Look around at what you have to be grateful for, and then look around at who you can share that gratefulness or share those blessings with, and how you can impact the lives of those around you, so that many people would stand up and testify to the blessings that you've brought to their lives, the impact that you've made on their lives.